So far, the content expert decided the methodology. So the teacher came in, he knew the subject, he decided the methodology. I think that's going to change in the new era. There is going to be a content expert and there is going to be a methodology expert. Because content is commodity. Google Auntie is there to help me wherever I want to go. But if Google Auntie knowledge has to convert into hard disk, not into RAM, we need learning scientists. And I'm again carefully using the word learning scientist because there are people who spend 20 years only in the instructional learning, the pedagogical methods. So it is almost like you need the chef. He is going to come and tell you whether the content that you have is going to be aloo matar, or it's going to be aloo gobi, or it's going to be jeera aloo. So learning scientists are playing a role. In fact, in many of the programs, we are able to achieve higher effectiveness because of this element called learning scientist. This morning, Susie introduced me as e-learning, and somehow I'm not comfortable with e-learning, online learning, mobile learning, because it builds a picture of the aloofness. I'm sitting in one room and learning aloof. But what we've actually done is we've built a social ecosystem around the learner. We've had a few thousand students who are studying currently and tens of thousands of students who have graduated. Each learner is manned by a social ecosystem. There is an observer, there is an e-coach, there is a teacher, there is a live facilitator. So it's no longer aloof. And secondly, online is not about videos. People think, technology means video daldo. We are building those elements that how we can actually build a program without videos. And there are one or two programs which we built without the videos. For example, there's one program we built teaching communication skills. If the program is for about 12, 14 hours, we've used videos for hardly a couple of hours. The entire thing is simulation, skill-led. So how online learning need not necessarily has to be videos or it needs to be aloof. There can be a social network. Personalization, contextualization, customization. This is another key which technology can offer. I don't know whether Shivku is around here. Shivku is here? Okay. So we talk, Shivku is a renowned teacher in Career Launcher. As a teacher, when you're standing in the class of 40, we are teaching to one average who doesn't exist in the classroom. Sometimes I ask myself, who am I teaching to this 40? Whereas technology allows me to personalize. One of the programs that we built for the largest test prep company allows learners to take his own path. Personalization. Customization. It allows learners to build his own proficiency level. He or she can choose to go wherever he wants to. Contextualization. There's India's world's second largest telecom major. We worked with about a few thousand employees of theirs. The same content, but had to be contextualized to different roles, different countries, different subsectors within the department. We could contextualize it. A faculty would struggle to do that. So personalization, contextualization, customization, these are powerful elements we've already built and is being delivered. Gamification. India's second largest IT major had an issue with domain knowledge. They said, I'm getting fresh engineers, I'm getting fresh graduates, but I'm not able to put domain knowledge into them because they're finding the whole class thing boring. So we gamified their entire offering. So it's a game. And the program completion rate is 94%. And all of you who know the MOOCs, you know the program completion rate of MOOCs is 7%. So gamification is another element that is here to stay. Entry and exit points. I was in the US a couple of months back, and we were having a small meeting at the Darden Business School. And one of the things, we didn't find it anything great, but they said, hey, in our system, you can enter anytime and exit anytime. It might sound very simple, but just look at this, that there's nothing called a 6 months course. Somebody who's traveling for 4 months can take 1 year to do it. Somebody who's not traveling at all can do it in 2 weeks. So the entry points and the exit points are very loose. And yet, you have to ensure your learning assets are delivered in a very rigorous manner. It's an operational innovation which we've done for many, many programs across. This is going to be the future elemental aspect of higher education. We work with India's second largest university in their digital strategy for the distance education. We have learners from there's a district called Theni Mavatam. There's a district near Madurai. And we have people who work in mobile phone companies who study on our platform. Now he listens to top class CEOs from the world from our classroom. And he pays hardly maybe $100 $7,000 for the bachelor's program. So it is possible to give Ivy League quality at very, very disruptive prices because of pedagogy and technology. This is one of the, as I look into the future, teachers are going to be 10% of the game. The programs that we've created, which is about maybe 70, 80 of it till date, we've involved music directors, movie directors, movie actors, stand-up comedians. In fact, one of our program producers is a very well-known Telugu movie director now. And there's another who's a hot-notch Tamil movie producer. So what I'm trying to say is we're going to draw upon multiple skill set, not just teaching. So higher education is going to involve people from advertising, people from entertainment industry to make the program experience very engaging. And finally, we are currently building a program for millennials. People face their first 6 months in a work. How do I do the first meeting? How do I do the first call? How do I do my first client visit? How do I handle my first performance appraisal? All first. We come out with a model called a point of need learning, where the learner can decide what that need at that point of time and can learn, and it can actually impact behavioral change. So if putting it all together, these are some elements which we think will become a little part of the destructured institution that I'm talking in the future. There are many, many, many more I've built, but I just wanted to give you some examples of a true story that these are some parts. So how has been the adoption? How have people adopted this? Outside of India, the rate of adoption is much faster. Inside of India, consumers are adopting it faster than organizations and universities. Organizations are also adopting it not as fast as consumers. A lot of organizations which are wanting to build their internal university or continuous learning, they're talking to us. And even universities for their distance strategy, blended strategy, I think the adoption has been quite good. And as Satya was talking about this morning, I have no doubt that in this future higher ed design that I see, there are going to be many solid elemental contributors from India. And I think our team is going to be part of one of them. Thank you very much.